Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning and Sunday mid-morning because I'm running a little behind today, but that's okay. Being kind of lazy. Yesterday it was gorgeous and I took the day off. I did nothing for eBay except to relist a couple of things on my phone while I was watching TV. And that's about it. And it was wonderful. The weather was just amazing, and so I played outside with the neighborhood kids for a couple of hours, and we flew a kite, which some of them had never done before. And we played with blocks and beads and bubbles and just had a blast. So that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself and got to decompress a little. And then I did some housework, where you throw all the windows open and the doors open and you let the breeze blow through, and I mopped the floors and all that kind of stuff. So I got some of that stuff done too. Then I grilled out T-bone steaks, which was awesome. So yesterday was a really good day, and I'm glad I took a day off because that's an issue if you don't do another job. If you don't have anything else that takes up your daytime. Since this work does not have a start time or a stop time like a normal job does, you tend to be always doing it. So it's good to step away for a day or so and just not do anything. That being said, for me, it doesn't feel like real work. So I don't mind doing it every day, sometimes for several hours in the morning, sometimes all day, sometimes for an hour or two in the evening. Because it doesn't feel like real work. It's just something that I get to do and get to earn some money, and I'm very, very thankful for that. But, so no vlog for yesterday, so we're going to do one today. And really, it's just chaotic down here because I've sourced for several days and I have not listed. So I'm going to try and would like to get everything, at least a draft written for everything, and then get the pictures started so I can get some stuff listed. And if I don't get to the pictures, I'll try to get to those tomorrow. So that's kind of my plan for today. I didn't put a link for the Facebook page in the last video. I will try to do that today because, I'm just not all that techie, okay? But the name of the group is Socially Awkward Sellers. So look that up as a group on Facebook. You should find it. There's only one member other than myself. And that's because I had to add somebody. So I added someone I know. And anyway, if you'd like to join, well, I'd be happy to have you there. And that's probably, I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, and I've been thinking about, what I'm going to do for kind of a prize for the 100 subscribers. And, I'm putting something together, but that's probably how I will have you enter for a chance to win the gift once I get it all put together and we hit 100 subscribers. So I wanted to just throw that out there. And again, I will try to put a link in the description below, but sometimes I just forget. There was a question by Monkey P, I think it was yesterday or the day before on one of my videos, asking me to talk more about the flea market. And I'll be happy to do that. So the flea market that I'm a part of is actually in Kentucky, and they have these all over, except I haven't found one here in Columbus, Ohio, but I wish I could. And it kind of works in the same way as I've seen a lot of these in different places, especially in Kentucky, but it's kind of like an antique mall kind of thing. And you go in and you rent a small space, and there are various sizes depending on how much stuff you have or how much you want to invest. And then you can fill that space as long as you fill it within the parameters of what's allowed there. So the place that I have a flea market booth is called Trader Bakers. And my sister and I have I think it is an 8x12, 4x12 foot space, which is not that big, but we have shelves in it. We maximize the space that we have. And it costs us at that particular location $200 a month. It's in a small town, basically. And it gets some decent foot traffic. So $200 a month, and that comes off the top of our earnings. So whatever we earn for that month, they just take out that before they issue us a check. So my sister and I have been buying pallets and stocking it mostly with pallets, but I do buy some other things to put in there. And I can track our sales daily. They usually upload it or update the sales by the end of right after the close of business for them. They'll update the sales for the day, and I can go online and take a look and see what's sold. And sometimes, most days I sell something, but not every day. And our best month was last month, where we did just over $1,000. And I don't know exactly how much product we have in there or what, but as far as how much dollar amount. But usually she's very good about keeping the books to understand if we're making a profit on the pallets that we buy, and typically we do. So last month was a good month. We did about, like I said, just over $1,000. So we got a check for $802, so we got $401 a piece. And for me, that's very passive income. I invest the money, but she does most, and she invests money too, but she ends up doing most of the work because I live 3 hours away. So, it's I've got a really sweet deal. She also has partnerships with other family members where she puts inventory in their booth, in the booth, and she pays half of the booth rent as well. And she does that with a couple of other people. So that's kind of her side job. She has a normal job too. But so that's kind of how it works. It's great in that this type of booth, I don't have to be there. Nobody has to be there because it's inside the store. And all we do is mark the item with our booth number, the price, and what the item is. They collect the money, they collect the sales tax and turn that in. There are no refunds. Although in some certain situations they have refunded on our behalf when, because we really try to run a very honest business where we're not trying to cheat anybody. So if we said a product was something and it turned out to be not that, in other words, we said that something was new, and then it turns out a piece is missing, we want to make sure that we take that item back, because we deal with a lot of store returns. So a lot of store returns that we buy, and sometimes they look like they're perfect and they're just not. So they have accepted a return on our behalf before, but normally there's no returns. So we're doing okay with that. If I lived there, I'd be a lot more active in it. I just unfortunately can't. And I wish that I could find the same kind of setup here. And if any of the viewers know the Columbus area and know of a setup here, I would love to rent a booth in a space that got a lot of foot traffic, and I was able to service it myself instead of having to have somebody else do it for me, because it's really just not fair for her to do all the work. I did mention that she was having surgery. She did have surgery, and they look like they were able to take care of the problem. So other than her not being able to talk right now because she had surgery in her throat, which is probably torture for her because she's my older sister and she wants to rule everybody, and I say that with love. She's recovering nicely. So I just wanted to give you an update on that. And that's about all I can tell you about the flea market right now, unless you have some specific questions. But what I'm going to do is try and get some stuff listed. I'll come back to you guys a little later and tell you how I did. I haven't had a super busy weekend with eBay. I've sold some stuff, but I haven't been super active. So let's see what we can do about boosting some sales with me listing some stuff today. So, well, I will get back to you and let you know how we're doing. Okay guys, I'm back. I was able to get 20 items listed. I still have a lot to list. There's still a lot here. I'm going to continue to work on that for a little while longer tonight. But I'm going to see if I can't get it all listed, at least I can get it all organized. I sold 9 things so far over the weekend. I haven't shipped since Friday. So I'll show all of that to you tomorrow morning. And if there's anything else, of course, that too. And then I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. So it could be just more listing. Feel free to comment below in the comment section if you want to talk about a particular subject or if you have a particular problem you want to address. So otherwise, I'm going to call it a day. So remember that the dream works when you do. So keep dreaming and keep working, and I'll see you the next time.